Alright, so I think we all know that cities can get really big, and it can be hard sometimes to get around in such a huge area, and it would definitely be annoying to walk halfway across the map. So we're going to be making some vehicles to make getting around the city much easier. So first, I'm going to be making a basic car, and then I'm going to be making a dealership, and then I'm going to make a special system that you can use to maybe get a few bucks off your car in the game. So I'm going to start by making the car model, which I didn't know shit about, so I found a good tutorial by Tech Insider. So I used that to make the simple car, and it works pretty nice, but it is a little bit wide for the road that we're trying to use, so I shrunk the car a little bit in width so it has nice dimensions to actually fit on the road with other cars. After that's done, I moved on to the car body, since just driving apart with wheels looks really bad. With this car body though, there will be working doors and a working trunk, so when you walk up to the car near a door or the trunk, the doors will swing open or the trunk will kind of bounce up a little, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So now that I'm done with the doors, which look pretty nice, I'm going to start making an NPC car. Since my game will probably peak at around 10 players, we're going to need a few more cars that drive on their own. It's not going to be final, but it's going to be just basic so that we can build off it later for future updates on this game. So I started trying a few methods to get the NPC to actually drive, until I finally landed on a pretty reliable method that uses ray casting, which is basically a laser that fires from part A that tells if it's hitting part B or not. This will make the car steer towards the part B in this case, so if I line up the points across a road, then the car will steer towards those points and follow a path. So after placing a few points around the map and a lot of testing, we now have a simple system we can improve in the future. But there's still one problem for us, and that problem is that no matter how much money you spend, there's still no way to get yourself a car. So now I'm going to add a car dealership, and the first dealership looked like absolute shit. So I scrapped the design, looked for a bit of reference, and found this type of dealership that I wanted to recreate. So I made a new dealership, and it looked way better. So I stuck with it, added a desk and a salesman, some garages attached to the side that your car will spawn at when you're done buying it, so that it doesn't just spawn anywhere, it spawns pretty close to you, so you can get in your brand new car faster. But now, we're going to make the salesman actually sell you the car. Now, unlike other driving games, he's not just going to give you the car, because you'll be able to negotiate for a lower price, which I think will give newer players an easier time buying a car, since they don't have to pay full price if they just negotiate effectively. But I can't add the system without the best part of every game, the animations. So for that, you already know, we're gonna hop into Blender and make the salesman animations. Alright, we have the salesman animations, so now all we need to do is just give the player an ability to choose what car they want to actually buy. So it doesn't just default to a car that you don't like. This UI will show the picture of the car and a price, so you know which cars you like and which ones you can afford. Alright, so finally everything is finished, but there still is one problem. And that problem is that you don't actually have a choice with what car you want to get. So I think before we actually show the final result, I'm going to make a truck and a minivan. Alright, so now everything, absolutely everything is finished. We are going to build on this system eventually, so let's see how it all works together.